If I criticize your government, if I say something your government doesn't like, you trace my IP to arrest me. You don't need to do that. That's a waste of natural government.
Ebujanfo, aha Ghana Nsɛm TV GH, mesra like, comment, subscribe, turning on notification. Ne anytime video be, tise we upload ya. Usambe kabia mawashwe. Ebujanfo, Mr. Happiness. Ade mpache se muni Mr. Happiness ana. Mr. Happiness, papa we all juma wo Netherlands ochuchi friends toilets. I also PhD wo Ghana no useless no cause asem no kika. But Mr. Enendie asem biaba. And he say Endra during Meet the Press no President Mahama eka asem bia about hate speech. And you see they say National Signals Bureau no. Now more amonim National Signals Bureau. National Signals Bureau no. A national security as one of the bodies under our national security. I see National Signals Bureau no. You see more technology obi upload bibia or multimate trace IP address no define any panel location no more be chill. And it can help be come adrian fan we say I mean, we are in a democratic nation, freedom of speech, and I are repealing criminal libel law. But some way, somehow, no, John Mahama Aban way, they are still finding some provisions in our constitution to mafia, if I may use that word, people for airing their views on social media. John Mahama, His Excellency, Esanka say, and Aban, they are trying to find laws that they can use to tighten the social media space so small. And no na Mr. Happiness, ya obi a o company ma John Mahama last year be kasa ene. And I see John Mahama, Debbie, ade a we no jai. Ade a pese we no, and I say we statista we no. Abronye, AY mu, fanti comedy mu, Obama pokwase mu, untumi media for no mu. Ade a we no jai. Now Mr. Happiness ni explanation and say, "Wo John Mahama me Mr. Happiness, me campaign ma last year. I hate speech where I made the campaign ma when I now be President Bill. Muteni you. Or see hate speech, quote unquote, where na who your mama and uncle for car now say uko chi o man as say no. And no bina. Amu Mr. Happiness mo. Use the campaign ma. Kwen campaigns no. And no I hate speech no and I'm the company man no be man penny. Et ye ban say na no be man penny we there afraid you be kasa ukochi no. Okasa we so Mr. Happiness say. Onu Mr. Happiness no. On empa say John Mahama say no na memu no democracy can make be bi ni ho. But because onu oye citizen of Holland nti no. Obeka na adwin. Na obeka na adwin so no obe criticizing Mahama na o criticizing Mahama na next year 2026 or no Mr. Happiness obe Ghana na say oba Ghana say Mahama John Mahama His Excellency so ye bema on be arrested no and what na obe hu say aban bi o hwa ye friend no Holland and Dutchland government obe kire Ghana for baby two men wo it was for we there a fearful fight me nka ho bi because Mr. Happiness NDC ni eti se ono NDC ni e say wa sorry etia ono ani Excellency John Mahama de media e fa me ho ben na me wa ne say na be ka kire mo say ni say na eko but as whatever happen after here misani mu misaka so the video is next see in the next one.
Good morning, Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana. When I was campaigning for you in 2024, you didn't ask for my IP address to be traced. But today, if I criticize your government, if I say something your government doesn't like, you trace my IP to arrest me. You don't need to do that. That's a waste of natural government resources. I can give you my address in the Netherlands. And next year, I'm coming to Ghana myself. So whatever I say, if I come to Ghana, arrest me. The Dutch government will fight for me. So I don't have a problem with that. But I also want to tell you this. Words, they don't have any power. It is our reaction to words that gives words power. Because first and foremost, words were invented by humans. Words are not like forces of nature, like gravity. So what is hate speech? If you are the president and somebody says you are a monkey, if you know you are not a monkey, why should this thing bother you? It's as simple as ABCD. I clean toilet, I say it all the time. People use it to make videos and talk about it. Why should I be angry? It is my job, I do. So why should I be angry? Words don't have power. It is your reaction towards words that gives them power. If somebody tells you your children are not yours, are you going to jail them when you know they are your children? So you see, it is your reaction. Allow yourself to be criticized. Because you spoke a lot when you wanted the mandate. Now you have the mandate. So when people tell you what you said you have not done it, accept it in good faith. And say, I'm working on it. This thing won't solve any problem. Mr. President, me, I will say it. And I'll come to Ghana. So if you want to arrest me, next year I'll give you my itinerary.
The last time the GJA came to me, I mentioned to them that as the world changes and new technologies come, we're moving from not having just the traditional media into having what we call the new media. These are all the new social media instruments like TikTok, like Facebook, like X, and all of them. And so the traditional sense of journalists like you, most of you trained and working in media houses that have a corporate identity and can be held responsible for the information that you put out, is beginning to change. We have a new crop of I'll call them neo journalists, who anybody with a phone and a camera can report news or comments on national issues. Now the point is, who holds those people responsible? And that's what he's saying. If you go to some of the WhatsApp platforms, or you go to some of the commentaries in the TikToks and others, we have what we call hate speech, incitement to violence. Those are criminal. Despite the fact that we have removed the criminal libel laws, there are some laws that make such people accountable. Because if we don't regulate that sector, it can lead this nation to war. There are some of the incendiary statements that have been made in the Boko situation that are fueling some of what is happening there, making people hate each other and see each other as enemies. It's been the same in the Gonja Brefo thing. Some people fanning and inciting violence against each other. This falls in the ambit of the National Signals Bureau. And so the National Signals Bureau now has the technology to use your IP number and find you wherever you are. So I'm sending a signal to Ghanaians that we can find you those doing those hate speech and things. We'll use your IP number, we'll trace you. And when we trace you, we'll deal with you under the criminal code for inciting violence and disturbance of the peace. But I believe that beyond that, we must start making regulation for this new media, because it's unregulated. And so anybody just takes a phone and says, oh, this plane crash, I wish that so and so had been the one in the helicopter and had died, and dwarfs have eaten him in the forest. I mean, why would you say something like that? And so we need regulation for that new emerging media. But in the meantime, the National Signals Bureau has been given the full authority to track down people who do that kind of thing and bring them to be sanctioned under the criminal code.
And a trump card, their major campaign message. Those people, you should be wary of them. Because party na no ubia any role play. Ubia nso ne how or contributed to party no. Enye sika nkwa na ye party. Party no wo sika se den na wonni nkrofo a omodu omo agene omo ideas, omodu omo strength, omodu omo adaje, omodu omo no. ebe di dwuma ebe yusu sika na usika no ebe ye okwa say ye party no position beda honom na ye obi ama no edi position na enye sika na ye hwe the only position na wo sika and ye hwe se be fasa position ye treasure, national treasure, regional treasure, constituency treasure. But aside the no ni aka nyina ade a ye hwe your ability to perform and I say your ability to deliver according to the dictates of that position. That is one thing I SNP before you want to say pa. Near to be Obia Obeba catcher will say me my party say inti monfa position mammy. Who says I need parkono. That be o the position in manu. Na say asema ba na wo kabia. Obetcher was saying is kenti unti min canasem. And clearly, I don't know Japan exhibit or Bono region time I thank you ton. On one mutum. Monya mema because ya kasi iska or party ni munti mi. Now no oba be kasa. Also what can be. Ooh, ni. Okra also over pride. You see that kind of thing. And imagine say, udini pako sa akwa ye or flag bearer. Na party no, but take decision be. I am what party no. Ultimate interest. Not because of Nisikenti or say wo hiani uniano and sasa wo can be MPP party now ye shareholder MPP ye shareholder no shareholder say we stakeholder in MPP no is not determined by amount of money I will contribute just for membership who vote obia stake in MPP ye pay but obetimi actually was saying Nisikenti untimi nka na asem. So those people, no, as a MPP for should be wary of them. Can Japan honorable Brian Champo, Oma, Omo Buawa, and those people, no. So say bia, we are dear mom, Omun Kayu, but a more dear boy, no more did you when him. Now they are using it over your head, like they are holding it over your head. Those people, no, MPP delegates should be wary of them. Very important. Now you see, can Japan campaign now, you know. And can ye delegates in sika na omo pa me gidi se nka omo bebo na we okasa bia because ye nkwala mpo a ye di politics achi enche ye campaign message a wode nam ye nkra ye nye sa campaign
Kasa wo money because nipa no bo ni din no na afi na man 40 mo money din
okay, no problem. No, that's one there will be any but the thing is that the point is that campaign na all you know me say enye sika na delegates ne pa you know come bebo na we. One thing I say MPP for, you know, say, Akufo-Addo legacy, a MPP legacy, and ye Akufo-Addo individual a legacy, and as a Baumia as a person a legacy. What they be kufi. There be a MPP legacy at every elections that we go, whether good or bad. Legacy is a good or say bad. That is what we are going to use. That is what the NDC will talk about. That is what your opponent Ebekasa about it. Uti your campaign almost say Anna Dr. Baumia fairly economy ni collapse. Although sa argument ni lame, him say, you know, there was a global economic crisis. NDC for the crowd to Mahama has been saying it. But yankasa for created that false impression say Baumia ni fairly. Now some more can say and your and a fairly and your money collapse economy no. Nti MPP di omo kwa 2028 no omo betimi awini. Now you see sa asem no nyansa asem a enimu ne say sa afo no omo nka say omo ko 2028 elections no eniema pa Akufo-Addo ne Dr. Baumia aban ye omo ogina so mfa anye campaign. Omo nka nkire delegate say omo kwa omo nka free SHS ho asem in 2028. Omo nka drip machine ho asem in 2028. Omunka a drone delivery service asem in 2028. Omunka asanchire you. Omunchire omanka sanka so individual achievement. Oma achieve on the national scale, are potent enough to win them elections. Now you see, Ghana for a rational. They will not look on and say, well, for free SHS by a campaign. Now, attending who say economic condition, Ghana for mu in the latter part of a Kufuor administration. Just take yourself out. Because I would now on come. And you want to now manage the economy. No. So I say, no, I almost can. You see, I am a one that's almost I account for. Because you can't be working with say, Uchi Kokwa Wundinema. Nti wo say challenges ebe Kufuor aban mu unka ho. Say unka ho the good parts, good aspects and so no, you cannot benefit from it. You can't appropriate and reprobate. It can never happen. Nti what to say other aspirants no followers including aspirants na nkasa ka say ana ye de yenka ho about miana manage economy ne no manage ni ye no ma see the core nti mama mfa ne nkobie momfa yankwa. Who said those people they don't even understand politics, they don't even understand what they are saying. Now if said that is the kind of campaign they want to do, they any party. Because that track record of a Kufuor, whether good or bad, that is what we are taking to a year 2028 elections. And that is